What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Challenging Celtic with Hearts. Today we have FK Oleksandriya in the Europa League Playoff second leg. The first leg went pretty well, but in terms of actually challenging Celtic, it's not gone very well. We're currently ahead of them in the league, only by 1 point, but they have a game in hand, so that's not going to last. But it's Rangers we really need to worry about. They are double our points right now with the same amount of games played. So we've not done well in the league. I don't know what's wrong, but we have not played well in the Premiership this season. A lot of draws. So if you saw the last game we played was Kukuriki Stancom in the Europa League, knocked them out. Then we played Dundee in the League Cup second round, rotated a little bit for it, and we just destroyed them 4-0. Like, we had to rotate because Alexandria was coming up. But yeah, we looked amazing. So that was a great performance from us. I mean, still quite a few starters in there. Bate in there, Moreno in there, Sutar and Knight at center back, Wage at right back. So I didn't want to go too weak, but I wanted to rotate a little bit. So that's the squad I had for that match, and it was a pretty good win. We then played Alexandria in the first leg, and it went really well. A 3-0 win at home. So that was great to see. Like, Dan Inlundulu stepped up for this one, scoring 2 goals. Afonso Sousa also scored a goal. I rested Afonso Sousa for the Dundee match, so he was fully fit and ready to go for this Alexandria match, and he just went out there and dominated. So it was great to see that. Our entire team played well. Almost no one lower than a 7. Odasoya and Moreno on a 6.9, but they still played pretty well. Delph on a 6.8, but he came in as a sub. So yeah, very happy with that. Then we got to the league, and we drew. I don't understand. Like, we should be beating teams like this. But we rotated a little bit. Musiala came in, but Marcos Leonardo came in pretty quickly in the second half. Whenever they tied it up in the 47th minute. He came, I don't remember what minute he came in, probably like 50th, 55th minute. Marcos Leonardo came in, and he didn't do anything either. But John Torrell had a good game, so that was good to see. Dan Inlundulu scoring another goal. So, I mean, we played all right. Nasi Univar was an absolute shocker. He had to start because I think Sousa was suspended. So Univar had to start, and the first goal, he literally crossed it to Hemmings. He crossed it to the Livingston player. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, he kept the ball in. It could have gone out on one of their players for a goal kick, but no, he keeps it in. Then he crosses it towards the goalkeeper, and Hemmings just puts it in the back of basically an empty net because the goalkeeper is out of position. So it was just horrific from Univar, and he did not get better. Every time he had the ball, he gave it away. He looked awful. He looked absolutely horrific. So we need Sousa in there because Sousa's been great. We don't really have much in terms of a backup. Jamie Walker, I don't think is any better. He wasn't fully fit for that match either, so he couldn't play. But luckily, Nasi Univar isn't even registered for the Europa League, so we don't have to worry about him screwing this one up for us. So let's look at the team selection I got for the Europa League match. We did a little bit of rotation up front just because Daniel Ndulu picked up a little bit of a knock in the last game, so he's not fully fit for this match. So Jamal Musiala is going to come in again, playing as that advanced forward next to Marcos Leonardo. Other than that, it's our starting lineup. We've registered Alberto Moreno for the Europa League now. So he's in. Wage, Knight, Stuttgart, Kohn, Odasoy, back from injury. So that's good to see. Saranic, Bate, Sousa. So I pretty much put out the strongest squad I could. I felt like I could risk resting Dan Inlundulu. If we were not 3-0 up, I probably would have played Dan Inlundulu, but we've got a good lead. If they start coming back and score maybe 2 goals, I'll bring Dan Inlundulu in if we're not creating anything. So he's our danger man so far this season. I mean, Leonardo's been great too. 5 goals. They both have 5 goals. Sousa with 3. So those 3 have been dominating so far. So let's see if they can continue it against FK Oleksandriya and send us to the Europa League Group Stage proper. Good to say we cannot allow complacency to undo all the good work done in the first leg. Go out there and treat this as if you're starting from scratch. Absolutely. How valuable is Afonso Sousa's versatility to your plans? I can't speak highly enough of him. He's a brilliant footballer. Absolutely brilliant. He's probably our best signing since we started this save. I mean, best permanent signing, I guess. We haven't made a whole lot of permanent signings, so he's definitely our best permanent signing. Most of our best players are here on loan, but hopefully we can eventually get some of them on permanents, like Marcos Leonardo, Dan Inlundulu, I'm really hoping. Jamal Musiala scoring a goal, his first goal for the club. We are 4-0 up now on aggregate. We have an away goal that they did not get, so surely this is game over. They need 5. I feel like we're pretty comfortable right now. 4 goals isn't enough for FK Oleksandriya. They're going to need 5. It's going to be Sousa again, getting the assist, crossing it into Musiala, places it past the goalkeeper. And I don't even remember what I was talking about before. I was talking about how I want to sign like Leonardo, Daniel Ndulu, Odasoe. I would love to sign, but I think he's going to be too expensive. He's just like he's a really good young player, and I think he's going to be. I think his sights are set a little bit higher than Hearts. No offense to ourselves, but we're the 3rd best team in Scotland. So, yeah, say what you want about that. But it looks like it's going to go into halftime, 1-0 to Hearts. They don't have a shot on target yet. We have dominated these 2 legs so far. But I'm still going to say, I'm going to say I'm delighted. Surely they're not going to throw that away. Surely they're not going to concede 5 goals. That would be the worst collapse I've ever seen in Football Manager if they score 5 goals here in one half. So I feel pretty comfortable. I'll probably take out some of the starters here pretty soon. Marcus Leonardo being one of them. I guess I don't really have a backup on the bench that I've... Oh, Saranic comes close to getting his 2nd goal for the club. He got a goal earlier, and I'm pretty sure it was off camera he got a goal. His 1st goal for the club. So that was good to see. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with Marcos Leonardo in terms of taking him off. Maybe I'll change formation a little bit. Change to just a 3 in midfield. So I can bring on one of our backup midfielders. Probably Fabian Delph. That's probably what I'll do. Just because I don't want to bring on Daniel Ndulu if I don't have to. Just because he's coming off that injury. Gashed upper leg. He should be fine. Actually, Bate and Saranic have not had good matches. He's actually been a little bit better recently. He's had some pretty decent ratings. I'm actually going to change things up, though. I'm going to take Marcos Leonardo off. I can't risk getting him injured. Moving back to midfield. Go to 4-1-4-1. Musiala at the top of it. And I'll bring on Fabian Delph. He can play as a box-to-box. Yeah, let's just go with that. Probably take off Sousa next, because he's our next most valuable player. That or Odasoe. But we have Delph behind him, so I feel a little bit more comfortable with our depth at ball-winning midfielder than I do at right wing or left wing. Either wing. As Jamal Musiala gets his 2nd goal, and that absolutely, without a doubt, seals it. They need 6 now. That's game over. We are on our way to the Europa League Group Stage proper. I don't know how many times that's happened for Hearts, but surely it's not super common for them to get into the Europa League Group Stage. As Saranic is injured, he should be fine. It was just a gashed upper leg, so I don't think there's going to be out for any sort of significant time. But John Torrell is a decent replacement, so I feel comfortable bringing him in. In the 80th minute, I'll take out Sousa. 8.2, a great game from Sousa. Jimmy Walker I think this is like his 1st game back since his injury, so good to get him a little bit of match sharpness. I don't know who's going to be better, him or Univar. It should be Univar, but after that performance, I don't know if I can trust him. But we go into this one, win away from home, 2-0, 5-0 on aggregate, an absolutely dominant performance. Fully deserved our 2 goals. They didn't really deserve to score, so exactly what we want. I'm happy with how this time went. We won the 1st leg, then went on to finish the job here. Absolutely professional job done. Let's see who else has gone through. Cluj, looks like they beat that team. Zagreb beat Apoel. Fenerbahce beat Beerschot. Feyenoord beat Nordsjælland. Rangers beat Slovan Bratislava. Legia beat Red Star on away goals. That team beat that team. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Guessing that's a Ukrainian team. That has to be Ukrainian, right? Russian, actually. Whatever, same difference. Trabzonspor beat Rapid Vienna, and Young Boys beat the New Saints. So we'll be seeing some of those teams in the Europa League Group Stage. Gashed upper leg, 4 to 9 days. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be significant. He might miss the next match, but that'll be it. Two assists for Sousa. Absolutely superb. Hopefully, when do we get the group stage draw? Right, next day. So let's do the group stage draw in this episode. See who we get in our group. Transfer window is closing. That's some good money. $3.43 million for qualifying for the group stage. That is some good money that we could really afford to use. Our balance is pretty good, $15 million now. So our balance is pretty healthy. Jamie Brandon offer $8.5K. I don't think that's going to do anything. That's literally like a minute's wage for one of our players. Okay, Sutar, see if you can get him to shut up. Happy to stay at Hearts. Good job, John Sutar. Come on, let's see this group stage draw. Here we go. Europa League Group Stage draw. We are in, I'm guessing, the 4th seed. Yeah, we are a 4th seed. So let's just fly through these. Tottenham and Arsenal, don't want any of them. Don't want Leipzig. Don't really want Lyon. Actually, don't really want any of those teams. I'll take Sporting. Sporting and Feyenoord, that's probably the group we want. Stade Rennais. So this first group would actually be okay. I think we could get through over Copenhagen and Karabag. So I think this first group is okay. And we get it. So we are playing Arsenal, FC Copenhagen, and Karabag FK from Azerbaijan. I think we can get second in that group. I mean, it'll be close between us and Copenhagen. I think that'll be good competition there, but I think we could definitely finish second. I don't think we're going to top Arsenal at the top of the group. I don't think we're going to be able to beat Arsenal, but because they're overpowered in this game for some reason. Let's see who are the other groups. So Group B, Sporting, Feyenoord, Stade Rennais, and Trabzonspor. Group C, Leipzig, Milan, Real Sociedad, the group of death in the Europa League. And what unfortunate soul will get that group? It's that Russian team. Yeah, they're probably the weakest team in that group too. In the 4th seed of all 4 seeds, they're probably the weakest team, and they got that group. Rip. Lyon, Olympiacos, Young Boys, and Anderlecht. That's another kind of a group of death. And there's good battle for second place. I think Lyon should be very clearly the best team. But Olympiacos, Young Boys, and Anderlecht, I think they can all compete for that second spot. So that's a pretty interesting group. Tottenham, Braga, Fenerbahce, and Linz. Poor Linz. Lazio, Wolves, Astana, and Christiansund. So that should be an easy 1-2 for Lazio and Wolves. I don't know which order, but they should definitely finish 1-2. Leverkusen, Kiev, Rangers, and Cluj. And Moscow, Zagreb, Athletic Club. That's another kind of group of death a little bit. And who gets it? Legia Warsaw. So that's a pretty interesting group as well. I feel like Athletic Club should win that group. I don't know. Moscow are pretty good. But I think that'll be really competitive. That'll be a really, really competitive group. So I'm happy with our group. I think we can finish second. We could have gotten a little bit easier, I think, but not much. What do they say? Have to face Arsenal. They're not saying if it's a hard or easy group. Hearts will wake up today knowing they have to get a result against either Arsenal or FC Copenhagen if they are to stand a chance of getting past the Europa League group stages. Arsenal will have to watch out for Hearts' Danny Ndulu, who's the leading goal scorer in the Europa League this season. The current holders of the competition are Manchester United, because of course they are. The other team drawn is Karabag. So let's see the Europa League top goal scorers. 4 goals for Danny Ndulu. Second best average rating in the Europa League. That's awesome to see. Actually, the top 2 goal scorers in the Europa League are from Scotland. So that's really cool. Top assister is Afonso Sousa as well. So, and those weren't easy games we played. Those were some decent teams that we played to get there, and we did well. So I think we have a good shot of getting to the knockout stages of the Europa League. Let's see when these are drawn. First game is against Arsenal, because of course it is. I feel like I have to come back for that. Or do I come back for the second game against Arsenal? So I think I want to come back for the second game against Arsenal. I want to spend a little bit more time in between so we can get through this a little bit faster. I guess I'll come back for Copenhagen then. Next episode will be Copenhagen. Then I'll take a big jump and go back to Arsenal. And we'll find out. I don't know, because this last Copenhagen match could determine the group. I don't know what to do. I don't think I'm going to show Karabag, because I think we should comfortably get past them. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.